Hey, what's up, Liron here. So I don't have access to the studio or my computer and stuff. So this is gonna be a one-shot video. I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you just a bit of an improvisation from here. I'm gonna turn off low battery because this thing's gonna go to sleep every second. So I have this sunset scene picture I took back in the U.S. And I thought it would be an interesting little experiment to do here. Again, this is a one shot. If the video cuts off, here's my face. I can do transitions. If the video gets cuts off, I upload it as is, and you'll wait for part two. But I just wanted to post some content here while we're away, and I can't really do anything back home. So here we go. There's the road. We're going to keep it simple. I do really like this mountain here to the left. And yes, there is direct sunlight, but it is early morning. It shouldn't be an issue in terms of making things dry. But you can see here, I got a nice little horizon line. There's the road, but honestly, instead of getting this perspective diagonally, I'm just flattening everything because that's not the point of this painting. I'm also probably going to remove these power lines. All we're going to focus on is this beautiful sunset. So again, this is a bit of an improvised setup here. I don't even know. You can see my water good. Hopefully I don't spill them on the iPad. Let me do this. Sorry that the reference photo isn't clear. I'll see if I can somehow upload it and link to it. If I can't, my apologies. But yeah, so I'm going to get started. I do see a bit of blue here up top. I don't think I even have my water mister sprayer with me. And this isn't my normal palette, as you can see. So I need to be a little more careful when I mix my colors, but we'll try. We'll see what we can come up with. This is really close to painting plein air, only my reference is my iPad picture, but we'll see. I do have my on-the-go brushes with me. This is actually a Winsor Newton one. And this is another Escoda brush. You've seen that in the past in some videos. I'm going to occasionally just look at my phone to make sure we're still on, because iPhones are notorious for just stopping the filming at some point, unprovoked. We'll see. So I think this is a good, nice blue to get us started for the top. I don't really have an angle here, and I'm going to paint right over that bend. I don't know, it's going to add some character to it. Now, as I get to the middle here, I want to really mute and neutralize. I don't want a gray or a green, sorry, to be created. So I'm going to use pretty much all my primary colors. I'm going to use a bit of red and a bit of yellow just to kind of tone it down for the middle only. So you see we get this nice little interesting gray, and as we get to this point, this is when we have to really change gears. So what you're going to see is I'm going to go a lot more yellow and orange, but I'm also going to go a lot lighter. I want to feel like the light is captured here. I'm not going to go, the values aren't going to be super accurate. Unfortunately, because I don't feel like doing another glaze over this part to get it darker, so we'll have to work with what we've already kind of set up here. So this is going to be our yellow bit, and as we move down, I'm just going to make it into a red bit. So you will get to see this beautiful red towards the bottom, and if I have to keep this painting a little higher key, then that's what we're going to do, actually. And I'm fine with that. Let me just get some water here to give us time. Now, I don't know if I'll manage to get the clouds right. I can try. I'm going to need quite a dry brush for this. And again, I don't have my normal paints with me, but let's see if we can at least try and get some kind of an effect for the clouds here. I do want them to be this lilac-y gray, whatever that is, and it very well may be too late of a timing, but we'll try, right? Okay, so let's see. I'm just gonna set some of them down here, and hopefully it'll make sense. This is kind of the the price you pay when you don't have your supplies and the things you're used to painting with. Let's see if this brush, you know what, no, I think this brush will work good for it. Even though it's, it has that bit of soft hair, I actually I'm curious to see if it can create an interesting cloud pattern. So I think this entire area is going to be like this, filled with clouds. And then as we move down, when you look at this thing and you wonder, you know, is it going to make sense? A lot of making it make sense has to do with the bottom. So I know right now it's a bit of a mess, but wait and see, because once I put down the ground, the thing that will trap the light in the sky, it'll make a lot more sense. Now, I do hope you can hear me well. I did some tests before I started filming, but you never know. Hopefully the audio is good. I did make sure it doesn't, you know, accidentally record just the right side or anything like that. But beyond that, quite honestly, I am just relying on hope here. So this is going to be a bit of our distant mountains. You could add just some gaps here for fun and vagueness. And as we get to this area, perhaps we can green it a bit. So you see, I'm just using whatever I have on the palette. That's, by the way, if you have saw my Instagram stories, I talk a bit about my upcoming watercolor book. I'm going to talk about that. We're going to dispel a bunch of watercolor myths. One of them being, you know, the way you use colors, and even the myth of using a limited palette as being a good thing. We are going to dispel everything. I'm gonna give you my best, truest information of how I perceive things, and hopefully many will find it useful, because there's a lot of, you know, this is how it's done kind of thing, and generally in any skill you learn, watercolor is one of them. And yes, the watercolor book is in process. I'm actually using my time here just to write as much as I can and put a serious dent on that progress. So yes, do I want to darken some bits here? You know, I kind of like it. Let me look at the screen. I really like this. So what I'm going to do is just darken what's near us. I have a feeling that will better trap the light, so to speak, make the sky more meaningful. So I'm just mixing more and more and more. Now, the direct sun is going to dry whatever is going on here. That's something to be aware of. I don't even have, again, my mister with me, but we still got a bit of time left just to do this, right? So you see how I pushed the lower section to be a little dark, and I really like it. This, don't dare touch, because it's the one loose edge we have. If you do want to add some details, I would say these are kind of nice areas to do that. Just, I'm trying to make them as uneven as possible, right? I don't want this to look like a very robotic, mechanic, repetitive. You want to preserve the nature feel that it has. Here's the same thing. You see this beautiful organic kind of loosening of the edge. I really like this effect, which is why I'm going to keep it. And I don't even have a proper brush to sign with, so I'm going to do my best. And if the video does get cut off, that's, you know, we'll deal with it. Actually, I'm going to reserve signing this for later, because I need something like a white gel pen that, funny enough, I don't have. Let me show you what I do have here with my brushes. I have these. I was sure I brought my white gel pen. This is what I got. And this is the reference photo. I'm going to give you a bit of a closer look, which I should have done before. Here's my face. And yes, you know, could you do a better job here with the reds, with the just pushing it to be a little stronger? Yes, considering what I have here, I think I did a good job. Honestly, beyond that yellow is where I should probably have gone a little stronger on the red, just to bring it out more. But you know, just as a fun experiment, let's see if we can get away with warming it. Just like that, you know? Let's see what happens if I simply mix a bit of red here to the side and just kind of use, you know, you can paint things and ignore technique and just go with whatever feels right compositionally. So I could definitely just do this, you know, and just maybe smoothen out a bit of this top part. See how it enhances the feel? You can do the same thing here in this area. and kind of tell the story of how this goes a little more red, right? That's another one of those things that the book is going to dispel, right? The myth of technique. There's a way of doing things, and then if it's too dry or too whatever, it's too late, you can't do that. That is just, things that people just repeat and teach without real, I think, basis to it. Here's my face again. If you want to support my work, be sure to check out the frustration-free watercolor course. I'm showing you there exactly how to do this, how to paint free watercolors that just are loose and fun. And I think this is the main struggle many have with watercolor. It's just they can't let go and they suffer because of it. And if that's you, there is a solution. I made this course exactly for you. So I would appreciate if you check it out. Helps pay the bills. The watercolor book on Amazon, and yes, if you want to support me over on Patreon, thank you so much. I cannot overlay the names of everyone who supports me right now because I can't do any video editing, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that support. You get credits at the end of most videos if you do, and a bunch of exclusive content, and I will be adding soon a new tier that's gonna blow people's minds, so check it out soon. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next vid.